Hi, everybody. I'm Tom.
And I'm Dana.
And we bring you If This Car Could Talk every week. So we'll give you a little background on ourselves. I've been into cars since I was about 7 or 8, and I am now 57. So I have loved cars for over 50 years now.
And I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I'm actually a little older than he is. I was raised with cars. My dad and mom and dad were Lincoln people, the old Lincolns, and I was brought home from the hospital in a 63 Continental. So, we both, I was raised around cars. He grew up loving them too. And so this sort of became a natural thing.
We're originally from Colorado, and we met at a car show. We've been married 35 years, and we just love cars. We've had all kinds of cool cars over the years. Everything from a 1939 Ford Coupe up to an '03 Marauder and everything in between. We've kind of run the gamut from muscle cars to street rods to original cars and everything in between. But we just love cars, and we love car people. And we always love going to car shows to meet you and to see the cars that you guys are building and that you're restoring. And that's really interesting for us.
So the reason we came up with this YouTube channel to begin with was to do something different, to include the personal side of the car hobby. Because so many, as you already know, so many of our videos have features of the people and their heartfelt stories that go with the cars. They're either funny stories or they tug at your heart or they're, my dad's car, or whatever they were. So we wanted to do something a little different. We didn't see that out there in YouTube land. So that's one reason we wanted to do that. So today we're doing a recap of the first 11 cars that we featured. In the very early days of our channel, we did things a little bit differently than we do now, and we're kind of throwing it out there to see what you like. We all consider you guys family now. It's the If This Car Could Talk family, so we want to know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see maybe that we haven't featured yet. If you've got a car that we want, that you think is a really cool story, or you know somebody, right now we're kind of sticking to the Southwest U.S., being in Phoenix, we can go to New Mexico, California, Nevada, that sort of area. So let us know, either in the comments below or send us an email.
So we're going to recap for you all of our episodes in case you missed one. Today is episode number 74, and then next week is going to be episode number 75, which is pretty exciting because we started last May, and we didn't really know how this was going to go, but we're having a lot of fun with it. And soon we'll be able to monetize and make some money from YouTube to do this. And then we'll be able to quit our jobs and travel around the country and do even more cool car stories for you. So again, like Dana said, let us know what you think, what you like what we're doing, what you think we should be doing differently. And please be kind. Just offer constructive criticism. The world is already a mean enough place. So let's just be kind to each other. But we really enjoy this. We love cars and car people and being in the car culture. And when you say car culture, people really don't know what I mean by that. But you guys know what I mean. It's just a way of life. It's how we do things. Everything you do kind of centers around your car. If you got a bonus on your paycheck, what do you usually do with it? Well, number one, you don't do anything with it like put it in the bank. You go out and you buy a part that you need to finish up your car, or you do something to improve your car. But it's always about the cars and to get them out there and enjoy just being with car people and talking cars and just being part of that scene. And we like to do that every day. So we're fortunate that we live in Phoenix where the weather is good. And even in the summer when it's hot, you still have car activity going on here. But we really enjoy bringing you this content. And a lot of the folks that we've met that we feature their cars are now friends of ours. We consider them friends. We see them at car shows. We'll go to dinner with different people, and it's just a great way to make new friends too. So I hope you enjoy our recap, and please in the comments tell us what you like, what you don't like, and then if there's any cars that we have featured that you would like to see again, then go back and find that episode and view it again. Or if you didn't see it at all, then go back and view it. Share it with people that you know might like it. And I challenge you to watch at least 3 videos that you haven't seen for a while, that you haven't seen new, that's
So-
where I'll leave it. So what do
Let's do, okay, so let's just do our episode 74, and let's go for a ride.
Yep, let's go for a ride.
We did an introductory video because we wanted our YouTube viewers to know that we were aiming at putting special interest cars with wonderful stories ahead of perfect or concourse condition examples. Those can be found everywhere online. Now, I'll admit I love and appreciate those cars a lot, but to me, a guy that's had his car for most of his life, then slowly restores it as time and finances allow, that's more impressive. I appreciate the tenacity to see it through. This video was our first attempt, and all things considered, wasn't horrible. We've learned quite a bit since then, and I hope our newest videos reflect that.
Doing a feature on Bob Anderson's 1955 Ford Crown Victoria was fun. Bob is a super nice and easygoing guy, and the car is a real stunner. 50s American cars, especially from the mid to late part of the decade, have style, chrome, great colors, amazing interiors, and so much more. Bob was one of the first car guys we met when we moved to Phoenix 4 years ago. When we first decided we needed a real impactful first car feature, Bob was happy to oblige. That being said, the 55-6 Fords are some of my favorites. I've had 6 different cars from this series, and I love them all.
This feature, which serves as our daily driver, was actually the first video we did, but we didn't think it had enough pizzazz, so we used Bob's Crown Vic. However, the popularity of these Panther-bodied Ford products is extremely high, and this video is one of our most watched. These cars are great. Readily available, nice cars are still plentiful, low mileage examples abound, and the Ford Crown Vic X police cars, as well as the Mercury Marauders, are the most desirable. Many aftermarket parts are available to improve the performance in handling and braking, making for a sleeper car, if that's what you want.
This 2000 Pontiac Trans Am belongs to my ex-co-worker and friend Aaron Medley. Aaron's absolutely obsessive in the care of this car, which serves as his daily driver. He has always wanted a car like this, and he does all of the work on it himself whenever he can. He has big plans for the car, and we know he'll get there someday. This story is at the core of what we were hoping to feature regularly on this channel.
For the next feature, we again turn to our friend Bob Anderson. He has a beautifully preserved, all-original Ford Maverick. His is the perfect combination of color and interior trim and many noteworthy options. The car photographed well, and this video continues to be in our top 10 every week, even just last week. Bob is very meticulous in the care of his car, and he drives it regularly. We often sit with him at the local shows, and his Maverick always draws a crowd.
We knew that since the channel was so new, we needed to find a high-impact car to attract new viewers. What better car than a 57 Chevy? But this one has a great story, and Mikey Jones, the car's current caretaker, restored it and modified it for reliable driving duties so he could take his family to all the shows. Not everyone has or even wants a hardtop, convertible, or maybe even a Nomad in the Tri-5 family, and most people remember fondly a four-door sedan like this one. Mikey has heard many stories about people's recollections of their family four-door. It truly is a wonderful car, and it's in use almost all the time. Again, an inspiring story of the car's restoration and transformation.
As we were photographing Mikey's 57, this truck drove past us as owner Don Drummond was running errands in it. We struck up a conversation and found out that Don's father had owned the truck for many years before he passed, and now Don is committed to reviving the truck to its former glory, but with improvements and upgrades made along the way. Another cool story on what is arguably now the most popular series of vintage Chevy trucks.
The day we shot Mikey's 57 Chevy, his car club, the West Valley Cruisers, had a meeting at one of the local breakfast spots. Mike Wolf and his freshly restored 71 Dodge Challenger were also in attendance. Mike asked what we were doing. After looking his car over and hearing its story, here was a future feature car. We had time that day and did the feature at the same fountain the 57 was photographed in front of. Mike does an incredible job of restoring and modernizing, and his next car should be no different. It's another Mopar, this time a 70s Charger with a factory sunroof. When it's done, you'll see it here.
This awesome 68 Plymouth Valiant was just basic transportation when it was first built. But in the hands of Chris Williams, it's now one badass street machine. Another car with a great story. Chris works for ADOT as a mechanic, so he has all the necessary skills to transform any car into whatever he wants it to be. This video is still among the top 10 in most any given week. People love the car and the story. A perfect combination.
This 65 Pontiac GTO, but more importantly its owner, Denny Deal, both hold a special place for me. I knew Denny 40 years ago when we both lived in Denver. We often cruised together. He had this car at the time, and it's only gotten better with age. I learned to drive a stick with my neighbor in a 65 GTO, and I remember seeing them all over Denver in the mid-70s. That's why my heart still skips a beat whenever I see one. Denny's car is so beautiful, Dana couldn't stop taking photos. It's also got a fantastic story.
Bob Anderson introduced us to his good friend, Rick Eckenrode, one night at the Pavilions Cruise. Rick's car is both beautiful and elegant and looks amazing in its color combination. The creamy yellow accentuates his stylish lines, and the black vinyl top and interior are the icing on the cake. Rick drives the car a lot, although you'd never know it by how clean it is, top to bottom. These mid-60s full-size Chevys are popular, but usually you only see Impalas. I prefer the formal roofline of this Caprice, and this car has it all: color, spot-on stance and wheels, a 427 engine, and creature comforts like an automatic transmission, power steering and brakes, and most importantly, especially in Arizona, factory air conditioning that blows cold. Rick's a great guy, and his car is one of my favorites.
We met John and Candace Leap at the Memorial Cruise for the Metro Center, an outdoor mall that cruisers in Phoenix frequented since 1973 until the mall's last cruise last summer. The entire area will be completely revamped over the next few years. They're both such nice people and are very enthusiastic about their 1977 Dodge Aspen RT. Another car with a great story, and a car that's painstakingly maintained. This Aspen gets used a lot, and John and Candace enjoy sharing it with others. This video is still in the top 10 most weeks, and everybody loves it. This car, as well as most others we've featured, exemplifies everything we want our channel to be.
All right, everybody, that's the first 11 cars that we had featured. And the first few cars we featured, we also did the history of that car. So a lot of these videos ran into half an hour or longer, and we found that people don't really watch half-hour videos. I know I don't when I go on, so we've evolved into breaking it up into 2 parts per week. One where we feature the car on Sunday, and the second one where we feature the history of that type of car the following Thursday. So what we want to know is, do you even like the Thursday videos? So if you would just like us to focus more on our Sunday videos where we feature a car, we speak more in depth with the owner, we do more driving video than the 2 passes that we normally do. So just let us know what you'd like to see, and let me know which videos you like the best. So, Dana, what do you say then?
Just be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. If you're watching this for the first time, share it with everybody you know. Get everybody to also subscribe, because that helps us out. The more it helps us out, the more we can put good content out there for you guys. So that's all I have.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, next week, guys. Have a great week. Be sure to be safe out there. Be kind to everyone, and enjoy your cars. All right. See you later.